Hello everyone, my name is Kintsugi and welcome to my channel. Welcome back to Fantasy Life. I do have to do a little bit of complaining about the game because I was recording and it stopped about 10 minutes and I hadn't gotten to the cutscene until after that. So where we met the king and everything and had the story happen was not there. So I was going to go back and replay so that you could all see it. However, they do not have the ability to reload your save, and even though I had done the save, it had done an autosave over top of the save that I had done manually, which, given that you can't reload saves and whatnot, kind of feels like there should be no point in having this save screen at all. Because, it kind of seems like it runs similarly to like how the Dark Souls and the Bloodborne games are. Where you just kind of pop into where you last left off. So I don't really understand it because they only let you have one save file and it doesn't let you, and it says any unsaved progress will be lost, but like it seems to autosave fairly fast. So they have a survey up in the right that you can do also, but so, if I went to new game, you would have to delete all of what you had just done. But when you hit continue, it just immediately continues into the game. Which, seems strange for this style of game to have it set up like that. So anyway, what had happened is I'll have to just read everything in the logs to you guys that I had found. So, let's see. I was talking to all of the various people that were around. And then that's when I had gone and went to the king, and I had also found some things like some eggs and things like that. And the reason I don't have the video of me talking to all of them is because I had reacted too quickly, and I deleted the video of me just talking to them all. I was just going to redo the whole thing. And then I found out after I had emptied my recycling bin. Because the whole video was kind of corrupted and messed up. Because I noticed that the last one that I had uploaded was kind of blurry. So I was trying to make it 1080p with 60 FPS for recording for everyone. But my old laptop did not take very kindly to that. And kind of ruined everything. Which is why it stopped at 10 minutes for some reason, even though it had been recording and said that it had been recording for 22 minutes. And the whole video wouldn't play. So the whole thing was just kind of all a mess. So I do apologize for that. But I will try to be quick and read through all of these. So, I am a priest. As divine servants, our actions must be humble and pious. O benevolent gods, please watch over our kingdom, and while you're at it, maybe slip a few dosh my way. The flowers on Lady Rem's hairband are so pretty. Apparently those beautiful blue flowers were once prized by the goddess Celestia herself. She's said to have caught sight of them long ago when she first graced our land, and marveled at their profound beauty. There was an old custom of offering the flowers to statues of the goddess, hence the name. Unfortunately, you can rarely find that flower these days. When my jewels shine, I'll shine too. I wonder how wonderful love truly is. We live in such a beautiful world, but it's not perfect just yet. I'm going to shake things up with my art. See that strange tree over there? That's called an angel tree. Over where? There means there, sweetie. Ho ho ho. I really have my hands full. I'm so busy I barely have time to eat. Can someone just eat for me and save me the trouble? Do not touch anything inside Master Aishin's room, understand? He is very sensitive about the placement of his belongings. Not a thing must be out of place, not even slightly. High Priest Aishin has many secret admirers. Now don't tell anyone else, but he's actually the reason I became a priestess. Teehee. You will accomplish great things, yes, great things indeed. The great Bagua sees all. Roar! Once the Master Dragon takes to the skies, the flow of time will reverse with each flap of its wings. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Huh, a bit too dramatic for you? That's the only way I can teach the legend of our island without the children falling asleep. I love it when the teacher tells the legend of the dragon, but sometimes her dentures fall out at the part where it roars. Kids have problems too, okay? Grown-ups just don't get it. Mom keeps telling me to study hard so I can be like King Renoa. Sheesh, I just want to be me. Wait. So the mustard dragon took to the pies and what? Made them nice and tangy? Ugh. Studying is so hard. I made that. No, that one. And that was, I went to the shop and I went to buy. And then I left the shop. When the bone dragon descended upon us, I thought we were done for. Thank the goddess for King Renoa. He sure was quick to launch an investigation and reassure the villagers. On the other hand, Lady Ram worries me. All those books she reads are filling her head with nonsense. Considering all she's been through, I can't say I blame her for wanting to get lost in a book now and then. And then that's when they saw us coming up the stairs. State your business. No seedy, suspicious, or unsavory characters allowed, of which I am most certainly not. You're the dragon's owners? Shorter than I imagined. Alright, you may pass, even though I chose tall. After thorough examination, I have determined that you are, in fact, not suspicious. Like I said. Be respectful when addressing the king. I'll be keeping my sentinel's eyes on you. Then there was another shaman up top. Flowers aren't just a way of showing your love. They also have wonderful medicinal effects and can put you at ease both physically and mentally. So then I went into Rem's room. And her room was full of corn and popcorn and sacrificial daggers. And a fancy outfit, and a dragon doll dutifully watching over her bed. Must be nice to have faithful bedtime bodyguard. And then her outfit said, "This thing practically screams I'm the hero." Then in King Renoa's bedroom, this guy was standing there, and it said, "This is His Majesty's room. I was his tutor back when he was a young prince. Not sure I was able to teach His Majesty a single thing. He was a sharp lad, brilliant mind." So then we went up to the top of the pyramid, and he was sitting on a throne at the top, looking over the country. And he says, "Welcome, I am Renoa, King of Mysteria. And you must be the owners of that otherworldly dragon." "That's right, and we want our dragon back." "I cannot allow that. Dragons are dangerous creatures. I would not simply hand one over to unfamiliar people with claiming to be from another world." "Why, you hard-headed little..." And then Renoa ran up the stairs and yelled, "Renoa, wait!" But as she ran up the stairs, she yelled, "One-sama." Without a dragon, these two have no way to return to their homeland. Please, could you return it to them? Wait, do you know each other? Know her? We saved her from being eaten by monsters. Don't tell me you were taking Growler for a walk without the guards again. How many times do I have to tell you, Rem? And then he ran down with all the forceful stomping steps of Broly. My precious dear Rem, if something had happened to you, I told you I'm fine. Please, dear brother. Wait, he's your brother? Precisely. Rem is my dear little sister, my pride and joy, and a member of the royal family. Renoa, the dragon. Could you please return it to Kintsugi? Alright. Since you saved Rem, I shall return the dragon to you. Wahoo! All aboard the dragon, we're finally going home. The dragon won't be flying anywhere in that weakened state, I'm afraid. Not to worry, there are a few ways to revive a dragon. Yes, for example... Wait. Is it just me or does something smell... or does it smell funny in here? It smells like... an idle imp. Huh? What's he talking about? There's an old saying in this land. Find a life and don't be idle, or imp will be your newfound idol. Do you have a life, Kintsugi? Because my nose says you do not. And I do not have a life by their standards. What a shame. I cannot tell you how to save your dragon. Because without a life, what are we? How are we supposed to help others? Without lives, we are no better than the monsters that roam outside the gates. No better than imps, I say. If you wish to save your dragon, I suggest you find a life and become a fledgling first. But Renoa... Do I see an impish tail sprouting from your rear, Kintsugi? Quickly, someone get them to the guild office. Curse this stubborn knight. It's for the best if you don't want to end up like an imp. My mom warned me about that. And then we arrived at where we're at now. Here we are at Eternia Village. See that building with the cog symbol? That's the guild office. I still don't know what all this life stuff is about, but let's give it a shot. And that is where it left off. Sorry, I had to read through all that without any of the fun cutscenes and stuff. But now we are here in Eternia Village. So, well, that's quite a few plushes. And I can't talk to them. But I will be taking these eggs. Hooray, I leveled up again. Hi, broil. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Oops, spoke to you in chicken there. Guess he doesn't spend much time with anyone but his chickens. What could that be trapped in the all-consuming darkness? It's just your shadow. No water, just my shadow? This is Eternia Village, the home to many life masters. Me, I live here because it's trendy. Go figure. Now my wife's gone and made some dumplings for dogs. Little G's not a dog, I keep telling her. Well, who's Little G? Care for some dumplings? Sure, everyone loves them. We have all kinds. Cream, banana, curry. Not gonna lie, the banana ones sound kind of good depending on how they're made. Learn from my mistakes. This is what 30 long years without a life will get you. Tremble. The old saying was true all along. But you don't look like an imp. Have you heard of the skill board? When you level up, you receive skill points that can be spent there to learn new abilities. If it sounds daunting, fret not. Just go for the glowing skill icons and you'll be set to the path on the path to glory. That must be a skill board. Something is sparkling at the bottom. Can't reach it without getting wet though. Must be wishing tokens. Oh, there's my dragon. Hi, friendo. Roar. Aww. Seriously, look at that. He has ears. Cute thing. Lots of folk gathered around today. What's all this fuss about? Are they putting on a show or something? You don't see... You don't see... this? Whoa, you came riding on that dragon? Totally unreal. Hey, I saw you riding that huge dragon. It was so cool. But, I have a question. Why is it all bony? Good question. When someone told me that a big old dragon crashed into Auntie Anne's house, I thought they were joking. But it turned out to be true. King Renoa took care of everything, of course, so all of us are safe and sound. Shocked, but safe. Oh, you're Auntie Anne. Okay. I myself had an Auntie Anne. Should be $8,000 or $9,000. Throw in labor costs and... Oh my gosh! That's gonna be a kick in the coin purse! Sorry darling. I didn't mean to scare you. My eyes darn near popped out of my head just thinking about how much these repairs will cost. But since he came to see yours truly, I reckon that can only mean one thing. You're here to start a new life. I'm Anne, the guildmaster. Your guide to life and love. But everyone around these parts calls me Auntie Anne. So when life gives you lemons, I'm here to help you make lemonade. Here at the guild office, we can change it and issue new life licenses for you. Speaking of lives, I take it you already know what those are. I mean, yes. Yes, sirree. Us people of Riveria were blessed with lives by the goddess Celestia. You sure know your stuff. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and choose life. Good thing I played the first game. Paladin, mercenary, hunter. Oh my. Magician. Oh, these newer outfits are adorable. Miner. Woodcutter. Angler. Oh, you don't say. That's getting a picture sent to Bone Stewdio. Because it was a running joke in the other game that being a farmer was not a life. Okay, cook. Artist. Alchemist. Oh, I look adorable as an alchemist. All ready to go and make lovely, pretty little chimeras. Tailor with a cushion on my head. Carpenter. And blacksmith. Give me one moment and I will be back. I am going to try and figure out which one I want. Okay, I'm back. So I've decided to go with Hunter. Seems like blue is fighting, green is gathering, and pink is creating. So we will go with Hunter. In deep forests today, sandy wastelands tomorrow, seeking prey with bow in hand, a wild soul awakens. Wonder what the other ones say. Wield sword not for king nor country, but for your own gain and glory. Totally cool, great swords included. Guts' child, I guess. A shield of the innocent and a sword of the weak. A hero to children everywhere and a villain's worst nightmare. Imagine all your problems solved by the power of magic. As long as you have your staff, the only limit is your imagination. What lies beneath the ground, your pickaxe will reveal all, be it power or riches. Enter the woods with axe in hand and fell the finest trees. As long as you respect nature, nature will respect you. Indeed. I feel like I can't do wood cutting though. That would be betraying my fellow trees. Walk the land with your trusty fishing rod. Just don't come home empty-handed or you'll be going to sleep hungry. Yep, that is the fisherman's way of life. And farming and artistry is not unlocked yet. Ooh, almond rice. Cook delicious homemade dishes fit for a king's feast. A tasteful life flavored with the spice of love. This isn't magic, nor is it a scam. Alchemists can actually turn weeds into usable items, trust me. Aw, she's adorable and peaceful. Make your mark on the world with extravagant designs and elegant stitchwork. Be the next fashion icon. Chairs, tables, homes, and castles. With a saw and some timber, you could build just about anything. What would a mercenary do without a sword, or a farmer without a hoe? Life is nothing without blacksmiths. So true. But we are going with Hunter. Looks like you chose a wonderful life for yourself. Alrighty, here's your license. Hang on to it tight, you hear? In the original game, I decided to choose, I think, alchemy. Or potion making, whatever it was called in that one. And then I was going to choose being a witch after that, and that was a very bad decision. You can do whatever you want, but choosing fighting before the other ones is probably a good way to go. Alrighty, here's your license. Hang on to it tight, you hear? I received my license. Next, you'll be needing some equipment for your new life. And I got starter gear. Go on now, be a deer and try it on. Woohoo! I'm adorable! And wearing a dead bird face. I like that. Nice jazzy music. My oh my, you look just perfect. Once you start a new life, you'd best meet the appropriate life master. Oh, she's got a heart on her eye patch. They can teach you everything there is to know about their life. And for a limited time only, I'm doing a first timer giveaway. Once you get to fledgling rank, I'll give you a special reward. In Reveria, your life is your profession. Choose from crafting, gathering, or combat lives. It's up to you to make the most of them. So you want to start a new life. You'll first need a license to carry out activities for that particular life. Each life has its own life master who will assign you to challenges and promote you to higher life ranks for completing them. A higher rank in a life allows you to learn new and stronger abilities. Try to beat all the challenges to reach the highest ranks. Alright, let's go meet our life master. You can always check your map to find out where your life master is. Go on and give him a proper greeting. Alright, I had to run that a little longer to catch up on what was missed in the last video that got destroyed. But thank you everyone for watching. If you liked my video, please leave a like and please subscribe to me, and feel free to leave comments below. And in the description below are ways that you can follow me. I will be doing more of these videos, and I thank you again for watching me. So, let's reunite in the next video. Bye-bye.